A huge upset happened today in VCT Iceland 2022, where a dominating Korean team in that of DRX has been eliminated by the underdog team of that of Team Zeta from Japan. In this video, I will show you exactly how Team Zeta countered DRX's playstyle and setups, and how you can actually count out Team Zeta for the rest of the tournament. So let me give you guys some context. DRX loves to do this specific setup to default where they leave 3 towards B and 2 towards A. So they do a 3-0-2 setup. They do this to counter early round aggression and to gather info by seeing any early round util used by the enemy team. And then they usually end towards B and play post plant with Viper and Sova mollies, Shock Dart and Viper molly, Snakebite. To see the specific visual example and analysis of DRX's Icebox retake, you should check out my last video, which I will link in the description, in case you are a visual learner. So I'm going to go ahead and start off the clip, and we'll see how DRX is starting off the round, where they're doing the default that I mentioned, where they have KO and Sage towards A. KO ready with his flash up in the air to see if anyone does push belt. And they're just waiting for any early information that they can get. Jet updrafts here to try and jiggle peek to see if she sees anything, and then also took kind of fake her entry. They drone as well through the Viper molly, and they see that they have a good amount of people here, so that forces the rotate since they see a large amount of presence towards B, right? And as a result of this, Zeta are planning to go ahead and play retake on A, but there's a lot of intricacies that you have to really consider when you're thinking about playing retake. When you're playing retake, it doesn't mean do nothing. So this is something very common, it's nothing new. But a lot of teams do this where when they're playing retake, they'll play off site, and then they'll combo the Viper molly with the Shock Dart. Since Viper molly is double the damage, Shock Dart has a maximum damage of 90. So as a result of this, you can insta-kill someone with a Shock Dart, and that's what does happen here. DRX are trying to plant on Nest, and they get a lot of chip. They get 1 kill and a little bit of chip damage here, as well as stalling the plant. And as a result of this, since all of Zeta have fast rotated now, they're able to fast retake while the bomb is going down, and they're doing it in a 4v5 scenario since they kill someone with utility, right? So this is a really good play. They fast retake. They can play lineups, which again, this is a huge part which I need to give you guys context on. DRX's playstyle has always historically been, hey, let's get the bomb down, and we're just gonna bait the rest of the team. Sova, Viper, where you're just gonna play post plant mollies. Which I know sounds like a very obvious thing to do, but they're very disciplined in making sure that Sova and Viper do not take any type of first contact, and that they're alive to go ahead and use the mollies and shock darts, and to go ahead and play post plant in that regard. So if you're able to fast retakes versus DRX, you can't do that. And if you have this kind of retake setup where you're using the util to slow down their plant, and hopefully getting one, and even if you don't get one, you're saving proper utility to go ahead and counter their post plant. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, as well as I want you guys to go ahead and pause the video as I ask the question to really think about why they're saving the certain util they have for the retake. Okay, so let's go ahead and play it out. So, as a result of this, util, they fast retake, and they basically get everyone here. This is it. Boom. Okay, round's over, right? But now I want you guys to really think about this. This is the part where I want you to pause and think. Even if the util, all it did was postpone the plant. It did not kill Sage. It did not get any kills. It just postponed the plant. Think about all the utility available on the defender's side. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it right now. They have this Viper wall, which is huge, right, for the retake. And they're also, in the rest of this match, going to perma-save their Sage wall for retake, to go ahead and counter their Sage wall. So for instance, and their lineups as well, right? So for instance, in this case, if it's planted for Nest right here, which it is, and they have the Sage wall, the reason Sage died was because she was about to wall 410, right? That's basically how you counter any of the lineups that they have, as well as also trying to catch them out on reloads. If they try to break the Sage wall, you can the rest of your team can take space from maze and pipes, and go ahead and catch them on reload. So if they're spamming the Sage wall, they can push out while they're reloading, take the space, and maybe catch people who are doing lineups, or just to go ahead and try to catch them off guard, right? So that's a really huge thing you really have to consider, is that even though things went really well for Zeta here with the utility, and they were able to play a 4v5 fast retake, or sorry, a 5v4 fast retake, then there's also the possibility that, you know, that didn't happen. They were still in an okay spot, and strategically, it made sense as to what they were doing. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you another example of this type of round happening again, just to show you that it's not by coincidence, alright? So in the very next round of the round that we just watched, you'll notice that Zeta do the same exact thing where they show a lot of presence towards B, and DRX do end up seeing 3 people towards B, and as a result of this, they go ahead and rotate again. Just note that they're not giving this B main presence, forcing the rotate, they're standing their ground and they're not afraid to fight. So as a result of this, DRX do end up rotating again, and again, since Viper and Sova are there, and they don't have a KO knife to stop, to suppress them so they can't use abilities right now on Rafters, they go ahead and do the same exact combo. They Viper Molly, Shock Dart, stop the plant, get the kill, and now they stall again, and they're able to fast retake. Here's another Molly, here's a Recon Dart, and the whole team, as you can see, is ready to fast retake. This is no surprise. So now I'm going to show you another example of Zeta doing this again by abusing the default that DRX is not changing in another way without this util usage, without retaking on their op round. Pay attention here because the preparation really sticks out here in how well Zeta did versus DRX here before their match. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the default. Again, they're doing the same exact default that they always do, and as a result of this, Zeta is ready to go ahead and timing in mid with an op, so he walks down tube, he puts his TP up, and then he gets the Sova Dart as he's closer to the bottom of the tube, ready to peek. And then he also has a Sova dummy firing as well here, since it basically says, like, when you're dummy firing the Viper Orb in mid, it's like kind of showing you that, like, hey, we don't have the info, but it's kind of like just like a fake, right? He could also be just thinking that maybe they got timed in the Viper Orb and she might be in it, but in my opinion, it's really obvious that the timing, like, they know their timing and they know that that's probably not that's not a possibility, and that he's dummy firing to go ahead and sell the fact that maybe they don't have information in mid. But as you can see here, Chamber goes ahead and he gets posted up. The dart fades from Sova, and then he gets a deep trip right here under tube. And why that's really important is because he knows that after he gets this kill, Mako loves to go ahead and lurk in post plant. They're going to play 4v5 retake, and if they do get the bomb down, he knows that Mako likes to go ahead and lurk mid, right? So this completely makes it so they can focus on the yellow control after they get the bomb down, and retaking yellow, and they have that safety net in mid to know if that Mako is, like, you know, returning back to go ahead and flank through mid, right? To wrap through mid. So this is, like, really important. You'll see right here that he's holding, he understands the default, and boom, he gets one, right? Perfect. Now he can play 4v5 retake, but he's going to look for more since the bomb was down, but Mako did pick it up. He misses, unfortunate, but still, that was another potential opportunity. So they have a lot of information now. They have man advantage now, which is amazing, right? It's super huge. And they're going to go ahead and have res as well. So now think about everything else that we talked about prior to this round, and about all the utility that Zeta is saving for the retake. So now he does go for that stop on the plant because they do have res. So even though it looks like he threw mana advantage, they still have res to go ahead and even it back out. So Zeta end up resing Sova again, and now they have the wall for retake. Boom, taps bomb, right? Taps bomb, and then completely gets off. You see DRX is spamming completely, and then Zeta catches them on the reload. They take control of yellow while they're reloading, since they're just spamming the wall trying to break it, and they're like panicking because they're not sure if they're on the bomb or not. And then they take control of yellow, they take all the space back, and they catch him while they're reloading. And now Mako, guess what happens? He hits the trap in mid, right? He breaks it, but like they get the information that he's mid and that he's wrapping. So again, it's not planted for him now. So they get the defuse, they get to stick it, and that's an easy round one right there. So very, very much 2 or 3 steps ahead in these rounds, and they really read DRX's playstyle well. So it's no surprise to me when I saw this in real time. I was like, oh, Zeta's gonna win. As soon as I saw the first 3 rounds, I realized wow, they're really prepared. Zeta's going to win this series. And spoilers, they ended up winning the series. So, you know, there's a lot that we can learn from Zeta and how they approached countering DRX's playstyle. And other teams in VCT right now can also like kind of learn from this match and figure out like, hey, we could do this better, we could do this better. Because I'm telling you right now, out of all the teams that are left right now in VCT, there is no, in my opinion, there is no clear winner. We don't know who's gonna win, and this is like what makes this season really exciting. And I hope to see like you know, this underdog story of Zeta, this Japanese team that you know, was thought to like lose really early in this tournament, go even further. If you like this analysis, make sure to go ahead and tell me what you'd like to see next in the comment section down below, and subscribe to this video, since you know that's completely free and it does help me a lot. So yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video, and I'll catch you later.